lot of people who are successful and who are not successful. And I always try to keep in the back of my mind a record keeper of what makes you successful and what makes you successful. How come that person is failing but that person is winning? Is it just talent? Is it just looks? Is it just where you were born, who your parents are? What is it? We all have good habits and we all have bad habits. Here are the 5 habits that you have that are keeping you from making the most money and achieving your greatest potential. And here's how to solve them. So the first is you have a fear of being embarrassed. I don't think anyone gives a shit about failure anymore. Businesses come, businesses go. People win, people lose. Failure used to last for a long time. Today, you could fail tomorrow, no one cares anymore. But what people care about the most is being embarrassed, because embarrassment is forever. Failure is trying. Failure is swinging. That's great. Wow, you failed 15 times and you started your own business? That's amazing. We all want to fail now. They're like our battle scars. They're our teardrop tattoos. But being embarrassed, no one wants. And it doesn't make any sense. Your fear of being embarrassed is holding you back from achieving your greatest potential. Your fear of, I'm an imposter. I don't think I could start this company. I don't think I could actually rise the ranks. I don't think I should go talk to my boss and tell him I can actually do what he's doing, but 10,000 times better. I'm afraid of embarrassing myself. For who are you talking to? You need to embrace failure in the form of embarrassment as a stepping stone. The same way you look at trying as a good thing, because you'd rather regret the things you did than the things you never tried, you need to look at being embarrassed as a good thing. Yeah, I made a fool of myself. I tried. What did you do? Probably nothing. The same people that you're afraid of also aren't thinking about you nearly as much as you think about them thinking about you. Keep that in mind. You also need to visualize the success, not the embarrassment. Your vision board shouldn't be what's going to go wrong every day. Your vision board should be what's going to go right, because it is going to go right. Worrying doesn't take away tomorrow's troubles. It takes away today's peace. Do you want to be someone who worries, or do you want to be that warrior? Put captions so that people can understand what I'm saying. In the battlefield. Break down the big picture so it's not overwhelming step by step. You don't want to be the person who dies from 1,000 cuts because you're so focused on those micro losses that you don't pay attention to the macro win that's ahead of you, that's still there. Yeah, there are speed bumps. Yeah, there are potholes. Yeah, it's pouring rain outside right now and you're about to get hit by a hurricane. But bad weather doesn't last all the time. Sometimes it rains, sometimes it's sunny. You get to decide, though, with your own life, what weather you get to operate in. And I choose sunny all the fucking time. The second habit that's keeping you from making the most money and achieving your greatest potential is that you do not have an adapt or die mindset. You have an inability to be flexible. You want to wake up and you want to do the same thing every day and have everything handed to you. I want the same thing, but that's not how it works. I want to be able to sell houses in 2.5% interest rate environments, and I got to for 10 years. But what got me here won't get me there. So I can complain about the market and about the weather and about traffic and about my competitors and about this and about that all I want. But it's not going to get me anywhere. You know what's going to get me anywhere? My ability to adapt, my ability to create change and create a marketplace. You have to be able to pivot in the face of adversity. And if you can anticipate adversity, you can pivot ahead of everybody else. And then you're not just changing in the face of challenging times, you're a change maker. Use tools to make yourself smarter, make yourself better, and be prepared to pivot. LeBron James was a football player until he wasn't. Amazon went into the hardware business and made a cell phone until they didn't. There are countless stories of major celebrities, athletes, entrepreneurs, and companies that pivoted against adversity, against the fear of being embarrassed, and they made it through because they understood that the challenge ahead of them wasn't a brick wall, it was something that they just had to move around. The third, and probably the hardest habit to break, is that you're a micromanager. If you're running your own team or your own business to try to make more money and achieve your greatest potential, you feel like you're the only one who can do your job. That if you don't stay on top of absolutely everything and everyone, it's not going to get done. Let me clear something up. You can't steer the ship and row it at the same exact time. The same way a quarterback in a football game can't throw the ball and catch it too. Your role as a CEO, as a winner, is to steer the ship, not to control every oar. So you need to learn and be comfortable with delegating, leveraging, and really using other people. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a great way. Your ability to use your talents to then use someone else's talents to make 1 + 1 = 7 is an amazing ability that you have. And that's how great companies are built. Companies aren't the product, companies are the people. People before profits. You focus on the money and the product first and foremost, and then try to fit people into your idea, you're gonna have a hodgepodge of a culture that is just gonna destroy anything that was potentially possible. But if you focus on great people, great things can happen. The fourth habit you have that's stopping you from making the most money and achieving your greatest potential is you're not long-term greedy. You're the type of person that sacrifices what you want most for what you want now. Today, as far as I'm concerned, is already over. I know what time I woke up already. My calendar is set. I know what's happening. Why would I ever sacrifice what I want tomorrow for what I want right now? If I do that, my actions today are going to dictate my future. And if I make mistakes today, my future doesn't look so bright. Visualize your legacy. Define your North Star. Think about your vision over the long term. Anchor your decisions in your business's deeper vision and values. Because when you make decisions based on short-term profits and short-term gain, you will always sacrifice that long-term mission to the detriment of you, your bank account, your company's overall health and well-being, and the culture that you've built with the people that work under you. And even if you're just a solopreneur, even if you're 16 years old and you're watching this right now and you're thinking about what you're going to do after high school, keep in mind, what you're going through right now is nothing. In 10 years, you're going to wish you felt like you do right now. In 20 years, you're going to wish you had today's stresses. Because with a higher quality life comes higher quality problems. Trust me, I know. And the fifth and final habit is you don't actively seek out inspiration. You wait for it. You think it's gonna find you. You hope that you're gonna wake up at 3 a.m. and say, oh, I've got the idea. It's not gonna happen. It will, in hindsight, if you make a concerted effort to seek out that inspiration that's going to help you make change, that's going to help you pivot, that's going to help you be adaptable. You don't surround yourself with people that make you better, and you should. You need to embrace discomfort because innovation lies outside of your comfort bubble. This circle right here that you are comfortable in because it's safe, because there's no change, right here is where the magic is. You just have to crawl outside and you have to grab onto it. The opportunities and the possibilities in today's market are completely endless. That's what's so exciting. So forget the fear. Use it as your fuel. It's like gasoline. If you know how to use it, it'll heat your house and power your private airplane and take you wherever you want to go. If you don't know how to use it, and you let it crush you every day, that gasoline will burn your fucking house down. I get that this video might have been uncomfortable because it is tough to hear what we're doing wrong. These are the 5 habits that I've had to break, and I've had to learn them and learn that I was doing them the hard way. So a whole point of having the More Ryan Serhant channel, which you should like and you should subscribe to and you should send to everybody you know, is hopefully, if I can affect change, even in just one of you, through the failures and the mistakes, and the things that I've gone through, the world will be a better place. Because I'm not trying to come after your pie. I'm trying to create a better fucking oven with all of us involved. Thanks for watching more Ryan Serhant. Like, subscribe. I love you all. See you in the next one.